Carla Connor and Lisa Swain's romance is continuing to grow stronger in Coronation Street, yet could Lisa's daughter Betsy be on the verge of upsetting their happiness? Carla has shown unwavering encouragement toward Lisa while she's been attending therapy sessions after a serious error at work. Lisa has been grappling with intense feelings about her late wife, Becky, who lost her life in a violent incident while serving as a police officer. At the time of her death, Becky was facing an inquiry over corruption, and Lisa has been relentless in her mission to uncover the truth about what happened. During her counseling, Lisa began to suspect that Becky might indeed have been involved in corruption and secretly searched for answers at work. At the same time, Carla was pursuing her own line of inquiry by visiting the prison to speak with Logan Radcliffe in hopes of learning more about Becky's fate. Although Logan shared some details, they appeared to lead to yet another dead end from Carla's perspective, but viewers later saw another inmate threatening Logan, hinting the information could actually be crucial. Following these events, Lisa took a bold step by removing the wedding band she had always worn, which belonged to Becky. She announced that her future lay with Carla and that she was prepared to move on from the past. One of Lisa's earliest moves to show she saw herself and Carla as a true family was to ask Carla's nephew Ryan to come and live with them, a gesture that touched Carla's heart. In the episodes ahead, Carla and Lisa agree to join a life drawing class together. However, their artistic plans are abruptly interrupted when Betsy contacts them with an urgent problem. Carla makes her way to the factory, where she discovers Betsy in tears over a batch of vest tops she's been working on. She has accidentally printed the wrong logo on every single item, rendering them worthless. Carla often seems to find herself cleaning up after Betsy's endless mishaps, and she's never been patient with mistakes at Underworld. Still, with Lisa's recent generosity towards Ryan fresh in her thoughts, might Carla be inclined to show more understanding over Betsy's blunder this time? How she handles Lisa's daughter is certain to play a major role in shaping the future of their romance. And with Carla quietly telling Ryan that she intends to pop the question to Lisa, the pressure on her decisions has never been greater. Aadi and Carl on the brink of being exposed in Coronation Street, but Kevin isn't the one who will catch them. Aadi Webster and her brother-in-law, Carl Webster, have recently embarked on a forbidden romance in Coronation Street, giving in to the chemistry that had been simmering ever since Carl arrived on the scene. What ultimately pushed Aadi to cross the line was learning that Kevin had been keeping a huge secret, pretending he was still receiving cancer treatment despite having been given the all-clear some time earlier. Kevin had suspected there was a spark between his wife and his brother, and he fabricated the illness in the hope that Aadi would stay with him out of sympathy. Sadly for him, the plan spectacularly backfired. Since their initial passionate moment, Aadi and Carl have been sneaking around for private rendezvous. Kevin, meanwhile, has been left reeling at the thought of his marriage falling apart, yet Aadi's repeated denials have left him without any hard evidence. In scenes set to air soon, the affair takes a risky turn when the pair grow less cautious, leaving themselves open to being spotted. Not by Kevin, but by someone who knows him well, his close friend and longtime workmate Tyrone Dobbs. After receiving a text from Carl, Aadi claims to Kevin that she's suffering from a migraine and needs to head home. Carl is waiting for her there, but her guilt stops her from going any further in the house she shares with her husband. Carl then proposes they go for a drive, and she agrees. While in the precinct, Tyrone notices Carl's vehicle and clearly recognizes it. Carl quickly jumps out to greet Tyrone, hoping to distract him before he can approach the car. Aadi sinks low in the passenger seat, silently praying Tyrone hasn't clocked her. But has he? Tyrone has never been one to keep damaging secrets, particularly when they could hurt someone he cares about. He was the person who revealed Kevin's false cancer story to Aadi, preventing her from upsetting Jack by wrongly claiming his father's treatment wasn't working. If Tyrone discovers the truth about Aadi and Carl's betrayal, it's unlikely he'll keep it to himself. Could he be the one to blow their illicit relationship wide open? Coronation Street's Carla left stunned by Ryan's shock confession ahead of Lisa's proposal. A new Coronation Street teaser clip captures the moment Ryan Connor catches his aunt, Carla Connor, off guard with a remark about her upcoming proposal to Lisa Swain on the ITV soap. Next week, one Weatherfield resident finds themselves in a flurry of nerves as they prepare a grand proposal for their partner. But when a family member shares their thoughts on how significant the gesture will be, Carla is left taken aback. With plans to ask Lisa Swain to marry her that same week, Carla's vision is thrown into disarray when Ryan's assumption about the big moment clashes with her own, leaving her momentarily lost for words. According to spoilers, Carla intends to pop the question in the Rovers next Friday, arranging for the engagement ring to be served inside a champagne glass. In the days before, she's delighted when the ring finally arrives and is delivered to the home she now shares with Lisa and Ryan. Ryan is just as excited, having been entrusted with Carla's secret the day before. She confides in her nephew as she lays out her romantic plan, months after Lisa was the one who initially proposed to her. At that time, Carla felt the moment wasn't right, and both agreed to hold off. But now, months later, she's ready to take the lead, and this time, she'll be the one doing the asking. Lisa remains completely unaware of what's brewing, as the preview clip captures the moment Carla reveals the parcel holding the engagement ring to Ryan. His face lights up, and he eagerly asks if it's what he suspects. As the reality of her plan sinks in, Carla smiles nervously, confessing she's never presented anyone with an engagement ring before. Ryan jokingly brings up her past relationships before reassuring her that everything will turn out fine. Carla then admits her concern that, since Lisa was the one to propose earlier in the year, she might have since changed her mind. Ryan quickly reminds her of how deeply Lisa cares for her, just as the detective herself walks in, ready for her first shift back off desk duty. When Lisa spots the package, she quizzes Ryan about it, forcing him to improvise, claiming he'd ordered some trousers online. Carla, anxious that Lisa might piece things together, swiftly manages to usher her out of the room. It's then Ryan makes a remark that clearly rattles his aunt. Assuming Lisa would want an elaborate romantic spectacle, he suggests she get down on one knee and really make a scene. Carla brushes this off with a laugh, saying that's not her style, and she doesn't believe Lisa would expect it either. But when Ryan remarks that no woman ever would turn down a grand proposal, Carla is visibly unsettled, left wondering if her own understated approach will measure up, and whether she should change her plans. Coronation Street airs Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1, with episodes also streaming on ITVX and YouTube.